055-924-2717, 055-691-0154, 055-691-0154. Just after the news review segment, unfortunately no Johnny's Bite today as well. Johnny is on a short break. He'll be back with us shortly. Then you join us with your thoughts here at the Sunrise on 3FM 92.7. After which we'll get into our big conversations, and we're continuing to build up towards that all-important conversation between government and CSOs in the Galamsey fight. We'll speak to a number of the groupings expected there today. That meeting is on Friday, but we'll begin to gauge their thoughts as to expectations, what they are going into that meeting with. But most importantly as well, we'll have the Deputy Chief Executive of the Forestry Commission as well. They are in charge of protecting our forests. Elikem Kotoko will join us as well to understand on his part how his work is liaising with NIMOS, or they are on a separate mission on their own to protect our forests from degradation, amongst many other things. In between that, a lot of things happening as well. Yesterday we were talking about the NPP. Well, the party has extended invitations to Abronye, and he says he wants the entire event telecast live. But that and more is what's happening.
That's a polite way to put it. They've extended an invitation. It's invitation. Some invitations. Some invitations when they extend.
When they extend it to you, what does it mean? He is very confident.
He is. Anyway, good morning.
Good morning to you as well, Helen.
How are we doing?
We could do with a bit more sleep.
Every day. Why don't you go to bed early? You were watching Ghana tonight.
Yeah, so a part of me does that, and then a part of me is also doing something else in terms of trying to look ahead into today in terms of a few readings.
For God and country. I didn't go to bed myself.
When I said do other things, the way you looked at me.
Oh, I'm only, we know that Ghana tonight airs at 10 p.m., so I'm only putting 2 and 6 together, that's all.
No.
Sometimes it gives you 10. Sometimes it gives you 12. Sometimes it gives you, I won't say the other number.
8.
That's right. But it's good to see you, Mawuena. Happy New Month. How could I forget?
I thought you were the one who said we should not say Happy New Month. Yes,
I'm very much against it. It comes with a lot of repercussions and different connotations. Happy New Month.
Kwame met me this morning and said Happy New Month. I said, hey, this thing Helen is one of us again saying.
No, that one is an anointed Happy New Month. That one you receive it. That one has been blessed. But the ones that come with the picture, then there's a flower or a picture of Jesus, a Happy New Month. They say, Happy New Month, how are you doing? The next response is, please just deactivate. Because what is coming to you is going to hit the pocket.
Small billing.
But where has 2025 gone? My goodness, it's October.
By really fast. 10th month already.
November, December. Hey, Christmas is coming.
We're left with how many months? Just 3, right?
No, November, December, 2 months in the year is
I mean,
effectively,
we have
all of October to enjoy, but you'll blink and Jesus will be born once again in December. Looking forward to that. Looking forward to wrapping up 2025 quite nicely.
In some style, it's all white party as well.
Grand style. Oh la la, and this year, let me not say too much. You know how last year when it's always gotten better and better and better, and this year we're promising you fireworks, we're promising you...
We're already doing the promos for All White Party, aren't we?
Oh, yes.
How we know?
Oh, yes, because we're working feverishly behind the scenes to make sure this year is maybe the best one yet. So do anticipate. We'll have more details coming out soon so that we can wrap up this very interesting year nicely with a white bow. And the reason why the year has galloped is because so much has happened. So much has transpired. You wake up and it's a different wahala. It's a different whatever the case may be. So it's been an interesting year. It will be the return of John Dramani Mahama 2.0.
Yeah.
2.0 as we call it.
First year in office, actually.
That's right. So we'll be able to also assess what has gone on all throughout the year. So we look forward to that as well. But we have life and we have hope, and it's a brand new day and it's a brand new month. So from me, happy new month. Me, I'm not billing you, but I'm just putting you on game, as the kids say. Somebody who should be careful.
I've said your own.
I've said your own.
And happy new month as well to our fantastic listeners. They listen to us. They choose us every morning. Trust us. We're very grateful that every morning you put your dial here. All the Uber drivers, the Trotro drivers, persons listening at home in their personal vehicles as well. We say a very good morning to you as well. And thank you very much for choosing us here on 3FM 92.7. And surprise, TV3 is 28 years as well, as a matter of fact. And so, 28 years says Ghana's leading television station.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah. We're 28 today.
28. And so this is 97, right?
Okay.
97 where it all starts as well. And so
that's right.
Happy new month, happy birthday all together in one for all of us who are joining us, all those who are joining us this morning as well. We'll get into our news review segment as well pretty shortly to get an understanding as to what the papers are saying as well. And then our tilapia moment for the morning as well, but a bit of a challenge in being able to connect with Felicity Ahafianyo the last 2 days, and so not been able to bring to you the weather update. Say big apologies on that front, and we'll work behind the scenes to have that rectified, and then ensure that normal service returns to you every morning here on the 3FM Sunrise.
Yes, only
You know what? We're doing quick ingenuity in the studio this morning. Chief weather forecaster Helen Appiah-Ampofo. What should we expect today?
All right. Obviously, I take no credit for this weather update. It's kind courtesy of Ghana Met's X page, and Felicity has said they're going to make me an honorary employee at Ghana Met because
Fantastic.
I follow their page quite keenly.
I do as well. I'll be very honest.
So yesterday we were promised some rain. I don't know if it happened in the night. I might have been asleep.
Slight showers in some part. I think where I live.
Where do you live?
Teshi.
Okay, not too far. I don't know why you felt showers and I didn't feel showers. That's okay. Now, a weak to moderate storm from Nigeria is anticipated to propagate westwards into the country this morning. I'm looking at the map attached, and for the southern belt there looks to be some moderate rain, especially for those of us in the coastal areas. Now, visibility is expected to reduce due to mist and patches of fog expected over some places along the coastal, mountainous, and forest areas during the early hours of the morning amidst variably cloudy conditions. There's a lot of English here. Nekrakran say the southern belt of the country might experience some rain, with the middle belts experiencing more rain than those of us in the coast. Do take an umbrella to be safe. In the afternoon, though, things seem to clear in the coastal belts, but the northern part of the country experiencing some slight to moderate rain. And that was the weather update here from 3FM Met.
Kind Ketsi, Chief Weather Forecaster Helen Appiah-Ampofo.
Felicity, come back on our weather updates, idiot. Logoligi. I'm sure tomorrow we'll have her back to give us a proper weather update.
Absolutely, and look at the status of the sea and all of that. That's right. That's the one I enjoy the most. Whether or not it's going to be rough, smooth, and what the fishermen should look out for, the fisher folks and all of that.
When I smell the air, it smells like it would be a bit rough. So fisher folk, don't go.
Yeah, fantastic. Our chief weather forecaster for the morning. But today we'll start off our news review segment from the online portals. And yesterday, if you missed Agenda on TV3, you might have missed one of the feisty. It was a very interesting program. But Chachu Chikata is one of the household names when it comes to the legal profession here in the country. He says that be careful what you wish for on calls for a declaration of a state of emergency over Galamsey. That's the big banner story on 3news.com. If you go on there.
See, I don't want to sound like a broken record, right? And this is not for Mr. Chachu Chikata. This is for, I suppose, members of the NDC who called for it at the time, last year and sort of maybe even before that, calling for a state of emergency. I know we're moving forward in the fight against Galamsey, but some of this reasoning wasn't put forth in that bid to get the president at the time to call for a state of emergency. Now we're saying, well, not all the tools in the toolbox have been explored, and that declaring a state of emergency has dire consequences, and that we've got to be measured in what we're asking for. Were those sentiments present at the time when a state of emergency was being called for?
The reason is that they didn't have the full understanding of matters in relation to the state. I'm not defending anybody. I'm just trying to play the devil's advocate. Actually, we did it all just political expediency. But now that you are seated under, you're the one in charge. You realize that a state of emergency might be a bit too over exaggerated,
too radical for the times.
Let me bid time and see what I can do, possibly. Because one thing we can attest to the fact is that when you're in opposition, there's a lot you say to ensure that you win power.
Oh, of course. You want to woo the electorate.
Absolutely.
But once you get into power, best believe some of us will continuously ask you.
We're going to hold you to everything that you said, the standards. And best believe this is no excuse. I'm just trying to bring in a perspective as to what the reality is sometimes in terms of the political elite in their bid to win political power and some of the things they say. But it doesn't stop us from slamming that in your face and saying, look, this is what you said.
Exactly.
And so why are you not delivering? But now their explanation is that no way did President Mahama say he was going to declare a state of emergency? We should bring evidence of the fact that he said he was going to declare a state of emergency anyway.
I suppose you can put one and one together. If at the time these were the turbidity levels, if at the time this was the state of affairs, which doesn't differ too much from what we have now, and those were the calls, well, you can only presume that if it's the same thing, what is the difference?
Well. He says he didn't say he didn't demand for the declaration of a state of emergency. But I'm also finding it a bit interesting when some of the lawyers, and perhaps I'll get into the story as to what Mr. Chachu Chikata is saying in terms of being careful on demanding a declaration of a state of emergency. And he made a number of arguments as to the powers that, so it is a declaration that he can make according to the constitutional provisions. But even after you make that declaration, how are you going to implement your enforcement capabilities? What is the capacity that you have in terms of the state of the economy, the resources that are available to the government to be able to deploy in this manner? That was one of the many concerns he raised. And then there was another concern. I'll try and get I'll have us listening to exactly what it is that he said on the declaration of a state of emergency. But he sort of suggested, amongst many other things as well, that be careful of what you're asking for, because the powers you would have been granting to the president, because he can do things that rights could be suspended in certain cases, and there could be excesses. And so be careful of what it is exactly that you're asking for, because it is not a problem of not having enough legislation to actually deal with it.
Right.
But there are individuals who are vested interest in what is happening, and that is impeding the fight against Galamsey. And so in wanting to have the menace dealt with, let's look at having the law work and work fully. That was the argument he was making, and I listened I watched the show, and so I'm able to speak to those, and that's the justification. But let me try and work out if we can hear bits and pieces of exactly what he had to say as well. But that's what he said. I don't know what you still make of it as to whether or not it's justifiable enough response or explanation based on all of the conversations we've been having.
Now, I think we do see some ramped up efforts in terms of the fight against Galamsey. We talk about what's going on with NIMOS, also the declaration of water bodies and forests as security zones. I definitely think is a step in the right direction. And even the communique on the part of government is reassuring. I made that analogy to Dr. Aye, spokesperson at the presidency, that it's almost like having a new girlfriend, and you've got to reassure her that you won't do the same things an ex-boyfriend did. And so government actors, government officials, government spokespersons can never get fatigued, or should never be fatigued or from constantly reassuring the Ghanaian populace that they're going to do things differently, because we are currently operating from a certain place where we've seen promise after promise not being fulfilled. And so I do see that effort. I don't see that fatigue as yet. Every time, government communicators have had an opportunity to address the populace, they've reiterated what they are going to do, what they are doing, and that commitment. And I think that in of itself is also a step in the right direction. I don't hear too many excuses apart from this issue of a declaration of a state of emergency. I think the measures that have been put forth could certainly make a difference, and we are all involved in this fight against Galamsey.
Absolutely. Let me see if we can take brief listening to what exactly Chachu Chikata had to say on the conversation about a declaration of a state of emergency.
I think that is looking at it too narrowly from the perspective of just enforcement action, because something of this nature can't be dealt with by just deploying troops or by just, and that's why in my mind, if you just started, it would be the easiest thing for the president to say, I'm declaring a state of emergency because of Galamsey. That's a proclamation he can make under the constitutional and the statutory provisions. But even after you make that declaration, how are you going to implement your enforcement capabilities, and what is the capacity that you have, both in terms of even the state of the economy that we have, the resources that are available to the government to be able to deploy in that manner. But I think there's an even more severe problem that we should deal with. You see, declaring a state of emergency, and you will notice that in the Constitution, emergency powers are dealt with in the chapter that has to do with human rights. When you declare a state of emergency, it actually gives the power to the president to do things which in the normal course he would not have the ability to do. So I think that people should be very careful in some of these demands about a state of emergency and so on. Because you ask yourself, do you really want the executive, the president, to have unusual powers that he can use, in respect of a state of emergency? In my view, honestly, I can't see a real justification for just making a declaration of a state of emergency and assuming that through that you will have satisfied people that you're giving urgent consideration to Galamsey.
So let me read that a bit of the Emergency Powers Act 1994, Act 472. And when you look...
So that's Chajuchi Kata speaking to whether or not a declaration of a state of emergency is the right way to go. He says he's not sure people want to give the executive the powers a state of emergency hands over to the president in an instance like that. Hence, he thinks that doesn't add the urgency, and it would just be to appease people and to suggest that, we're doing what we can to fight Galamsey, and so there's a bit of urgency in it. We've declared a state of emergency, amongst many other things. I'm trying to marry it with the position yesterday Beatrice and Anfield shared with us, where they said they don't want to be measured by efforts, they want to be measured by results. That's as right. well. And so I'm wondering if all across board that's the thinking process, that a declaration of a state of emergency, yes, it will tick the box in terms of efforts, but what does it do in terms of results? It's another conversation that possibly it will open up. And I'm sure when the CSOs come today as well, it's one of the many things we'll ask them. Okay, and they have that meeting with the president on Friday. On Friday. Okay, tomorrow's Thursday. On Friday, I will be so keen to you want to be a part of that meeting? I would love to hear it, because the CSOs have been super unhappy as far as the fight against Galamsey is concerned. The likes of Ullo, eco-conscious citizens, and I saw her at that Galamsey vigil, had a chance to speak with her a few weeks ago, and she wasn't impressed with the fight, or isn't impressed with the fight. Darrell Bosu Arocha, he scored the John Dramani Mahama government a 3 out of 10 in terms of the fight against Galamsey is concerned, and I'm sure they'll be putting it to him on Friday. But I also expect that it will be a fruitful conversation. We've spoken about one that will be very frank as well. Most definitely. Very, very frank. Most definitely. In terms of where we are, what it is that can be done, absolutely. And all of that. Because the eco warriors, they're very passionate about the future of, the environment. You only get one chance. You don't get to, pollute your waters and then with a twinkle of an eye they go back to normal. And so they have been sounding the alarm consistently on how dire the situation is. They said we are already in the red zone. We're already at the point where we should be focused on recovery. And so I think we've got something to certainly look forward to on Friday, and maybe see if that score has gone up, maybe from a 3 to a 5, given some of the latest interventions as well. When does Parliament reconvene? We're expecting them to be back this month, either next week, or the week after.
Very interesting times ahead.
LI 2462.
Yes.
On your mind, right?
Absolutely.
I know.
Absolutely.
I know.
We look forward to that as well. I think that will also be very pivotal as far as this fight against Galamsey is concerned, if for anything at all, even just the optics of that promise being fulfilled, because it was a campaign promise. We will repeal this LI, and then we saw a bit of back and forth, a bit of push and pull as far as that is concerned. A lot to look forward to in the month of October.
Most certainly, but there's another thing that perhaps will be of interest, and that's the prison feeding allowance, which has seen a boost from 1 cedi 80 pesos per inmate to 5 cedis per inmate, and that was announced by the Interior Minister yesterday when he appeared before the Public Accounts Committee and explained the reasoning and the rationale behind that amount in terms of increments. There are those who had suggested that, well, it could have been higher if we're being honest. Well, he sought to provide some explanations as to why it was not higher in terms of the amount expected yesterday, in terms of how much more these inmates are supposed to enjoy. We know that he was making the argument that 10 cedis was what they had proposed to the finance ministry, but they had to go back and forth, and then they settled on 5 because of the constraint of the budget. I don't know what you make of that as well.
This is 15 years after the rates was last reviewed. I'm very curious, what do they eat in prison? I'm very curious to know what the diet is like, what the formation is like, and what that means for our prisoners. For those who have ever been to any of the prisons, they'll tell you how dire the conditions are, how seriously inadequate the funds are to feed those who have been locked up. And I suppose it's a step in the right direction. But has it really been 15 years since that last review was made? Okay, there's a story here on Ghana Web. Just read a little bit of that for you. Okay, so in actual fact, when it was 1 cedi 80 pesos, Ghanaian prisoners were being fed 60 pesos per meal. What can you buy these days for 60 pesos?
Oh,
Even both, how much is both fruit?
I think that's either 5 cedis or
both fruit. Both is no longer 2 cedis.
No, which one? Is it the one in traffic or the one you slap onto your cocoa when you buy it? That's 2 cedis, I know. But the one
in traffic, the
hawk in traffic, I think is 5 cedis.
Hey!
I just think I may be wrong.
I mean, I haven't purchased it in a long time. Please, if I'm wrong,
let me know.
Hey!
I haven't as well purchased in a while, but I think, yeah, it's 5 cedis. I'm actually spot on. It's 5 cedis. Yeah, because my sis loves that one. Whenever we took a drive together, she would say she wants food, and then she would hit it with either a juice or something.
We add yogurt to it to socket yourself.
Exactly. So, okay. Yeah, I was right. 5 cedis, actually. It's 5 cedis.
As when they were feeding, because this 5 cedis is coming into effect, but at the time it was 1 cedi 80 pesos, they would have been feeding on 60 pesos a meal. And I'm just thinking, in this day and age, of course, they'll batch cook it, so we don't look at it like that. But I'm even thinking, in this day and age, you can't buy any food. How much is pure water?
50 pesos.
Hey!
Pure water is 50 pesos. And let's listen to Muntaka Mubarak just on the explanation on the increment, and then we continue.
We agreed to do the 5 cedis. And I even insisted that, yes, we need something now, even as we await the 5 cedis. And now we managed to separate it, because what used to happen, I'm sure Madam Chair is very, very familiar, it gets bogged in within the budget of the prisons. So we are not able to see it standing alone, to see how small it is. I've managed to convince my colleague, the finance minister, to let it stand alone. So now you see it when the budget can, it will be standing alone, and you see that prison feeding is standing at 40 million. That's 10 million per quarter.
Meanwhile, Director General of the Prison Service, Patience Bafo.
So that's the Interior Minister Muntaka Mubarak explaining to us in some detail as well what it is that we're expecting for our prison inmates. So he says that he's been able to convince the finance minister to have it stand alone, and so that he can take care of feeding. That's positive, not enough, but at least positive to an extent, because at 1 city 80 pesos, that was abysmally 50, and it took us 15 years to review this approach again.
15 years, very long time. Well, there you have it.
One of the many things that we're seeing in terms of a slight improvement, I'll be honest, but what happens to some of the farm produce as well that the government has been buying off farmers? Perhaps some of these should be headed towards our prisons and the like, so that it can improve feeding along those areas as well, in terms of
so we saw, like, recently, what was it? Was it tomatoes?
Yeah, tomatoes at Santiachim North. The tomatoes there, all of the boxes were purchased.
That's right.
By the government.
I think that went to some secondary school.
Yes, and a lot more have been. We've seen a lot more being purchased, but it's also raised very legitimate concerns about what happens to our farm produce if
we should take it to the agric ministry, like we've seen in time past, and let people go and clamor and fight for the Armada ministry.
No, I beg you.
You don't want to go to ministries to go and buy yam, plantain, and
no. The ministry should be responsible for taking care of policy and ensuring that we have food in abundance, and when we have a glut, we are able to save up for
Friday
the dry.
markets, ministry markets every Friday. Any excesses,
if it's
you can go, and then
of the many things. I'm not sure it is cutting the food to the ministry that is the problem.
Me, I'm advocating for Ramadan Fridays.
Ramadan Fridays.
And you go to ministry, then you buy.
We beg you.
You might get a bit of yam, maybe some tomatoes, maybe some onions over there. Maybe Wednesday, Friday, ministry markets. Think about it.
We'll give it a thought. Because the minister also says that food is cheaper now in terms of the policy interventions that have come through so far.
Which interventions have made this food cheaper?
We'll have to get into the details, but he says food is a lot cheaper now as well, in terms of what it is that he knows, and the data and numbers before him. Food is a lot cheaper now, but you have a lot more. The Minister, Sam George, has been speaking in relation to the DSTV, but I just want you to bring us the details as you have it, so that we get a bit more.
All right, so of course it's still a top story. It's one that we've been ruminating on over the last, 24, 48 hours.
Yeah.
And Communications Minister Sam George. Now, he's dismissed suggestions that Ghana pay TV provider DSTV's pricing challenges are tied to the country's market size. Now, he's argued that population has no direct link to subscription costs, contrary to popular claims. I'm quoting him here. He says it's not an issue of just market sizes, because if it was an issue of market sizes, the analysis you should check how much Liberia is paying. Liberia has a population of 5 million people. That's the population of Accra. Before we got this intervention, Liberia was paying less than us. Angola has a similar population to Ghana, about 33 million people, and Angola was paying in the region of about $30. The minister's comments come on the back of a breakthrough in negotiations with the pay TV provider. MultiChoice Africa has committed to rolling out an unprecedented increased value offer only in Ghana, giving subscribers between 33% to 50% more value depending on their package. This new arrangement means Ghanaians will get more services for less, Mr. George said at a press briefing in Accra on September 29. That was on Monday, I believe. It's a commitment by MultiChoice to respond to the concerns of subscribers in Ghana, and the offer is unmatched anywhere else in Africa. I think opinions are still somewhat divided on whether or not this is truly a good deal, and everybody's sort of waiting on tenterhooks for a choice to
issue
announce.
and release by themselves. They were at the ministry, and the minister said, let me allow them. Do you agree to this value offering? And I think I heard the lady or the gentleman say yes, we will. But people are still looking forward to a release before they trust.
Oh yes, because we've seen at least one or two U-turns during these negotiations.
True. Sometimes
the marriage counseling is going well. The lady say, I do. But on D-Day,
then I don't.
It's a possibility, but I think so far we can trust that negotiations have gone on well. And I think there have been some further clarifications on these packages, but I think a formal release from
what further clarifications have come?
You know, because I was asking yesterday whether or not, so if you were on the highest package, is it simply the case that you would go a step lower? Is that what it is? You would go to whatever package comes before yours that will give you a discount, and you will still get the package that you had before. Is that the thinking?
You can downgrade.
And if you downgrade, do you still get that special bouquet of what you already had? Meaning that at the highest level, you would get extra channels, maybe if you wish for that. But if you think, okay, I was on the highest level of this package and I don't want that.
The highest level, let me just check again, because I think I have the full details as to what the highest level person or individual or group, that bouquet, how much they are expected to be paying. They are paying currently 865 cedis, right? That's the highest. That's premium bouquet.
Okay.
If you were to downgrade to Compact Plus, you get all the channels
you were getting on the premium.
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense.
That's why we asked the question. Then, really, what is the incentive to continue to stay on premium?
Unless
that incentive was the raffle, and you enter a raffle and go and watch an EPL game or a La Liga game or something.
Or for the premium, for the 856, is there some apart from the being entered in the raffle? Is there some extra goodies to stay on there? Will they add anything extra to it? That'll
automatic entry into a competition for a chance to win a fully paid trip to watch selected EPL matches, subject to terms and conditions to be communicated. That part safe. That part alone means downgrade. But of course, I mean that's subject to your pocket and whether or not you want to downgrade.
So the consequence could be that those who would typically go for premium will now say, "Well, I don't really care about the EPL. Let me go a step lower
and still get everything that I'm getting anyways."
Okay.
And I'm good to go. And so if you used to pay $570 for Compact Plus, you can say, you know what, I'm downgrading to $380 because on Compact I will get everything on that value offer, on that amount of Compact, which is $380. I'll get everything on a Compact Plus.
It's D-Day. Today is October 1st, and so we will be looking out for that release.
Share with us. I don't know if it's taking effect just as yet, but share with us if you're listening. If you're paying today, I'm sure we might create a special dispensation just before the show ends for persons to share with us whether or not this has already begun to take effect, and we'll see how that goes for the rest of the day as well.
Certainly. Let me say good morning to everybody that's on the stream this morning. Thank you so much for joining us. Flexi James, you said good morning. You're listening to us live from Bolga. How's Bolga this morning? Fill us in. How's the weather? Let me know if I give you an accurate weather reading. I said there's not too much rain in Bolga this morning. To Joshua Esiedu, you're always on the stream. We appreciate you. Good morning to you as well. And Richardson Bronny, you said Helen with some 4 hearts.
It's showing lots of love to you.
Oh, wow. Happy new month.
You have a lot of lovers.
Hey, be calming down.
Oh, I mean, down. To say a lot of lovers doesn't connote any negativity.
Be calming down.
You just have a lot of people who are excited to hear you every morning and have you be a part of their morning. That's a blessing.
And the Daily Guide is here. It's also a blessing to us. We also have the Ghanaian Times, equally a blessing. We can get into what the front pages have in store for you and I. The Ghanaian Times this morning. Shout out to all the lovers. Happy New Month. President holds crunch.
This one, yeah, Happy New Month to the lovers. You see how the agenda you have quickly.
Don't talk much. President holds crunch meeting with CSOs over illegal mining menace on Friday, and that's one to certainly watch. We've been talking about that this morning, and so we'll be looking forward to all of the sound bites and also some of the suggestions that our eco warriors put forth to the President of the Republic. Water Aid Ghana launches 18.9 million Ghana cedi wash projects in the Upper East region. Full details captured on page 24. German government to help Ghana strengthen regional security. Ghana's water resources declined from 1,900 cubic meters per person in 2016 to 1,500 now. That's also captured on page 12. FERSOG. I'm not sure who that stands for. FERSOG. Let's get into that quickly. I want to find out who exactly they are.
That group is.
Because they are calling for a regulatory framework to guide surrogacy practice. I didn't realize that was gaining momentum in our part of the world. Okay, so it's the Fertility Society of Ghana, FERSOG, and they are reiterating calls for a national regulatory framework to guide surrogacy practice in the country, warning that an absence of law leaves room for ethical abuses and unregulated activities by charlatans. You know, now in other parts of the world, in other jurisdictions, it's become a fertility option for those that are unable to carry their own. So you've got the egg being fertilized in the lab, and you just need a carrier. So if the mother can't carry it, a surrogate will carry it. And I suppose, well, it's gaining some momentum here on national soil. So
that's been in and around. I mean, the it happens here in the country. There's no regulation. If I recall off the top of my head, Samani had done a story in that regard one time. I think he managed to speak to a surrogate, someone who had to mother the child for somebody.
How much was it even?
Was it a 50,000 cedis?
Like
I think a person was paid 50,000 cedis, and then they take care of you throughout in terms of the period of the pregnancy and all of that. But afterwards, that's it. No ties with the kid.
In the States, surrogates are making up to, I've seen something at $250,000. It's big business indeed.
It's big, and that's why people are asking. The conversation about legislation is coming up again, so that it can regulate the space and ensure that persons are not taken advantage of. Because the suggestion was that sometimes these persons are not given such a great deal, and afterwards they're just thrown away just like that, amongst many other things. And so there's a legitimate call for a bit of policy to regulate all of that, and I think that's in the right direction.
Absolutely. All right, that's it for the Ghanaian Times.
All right, so Ghana's favorite newspaper, as Sixtus likes to call it, the Daily Guide, they lead with Iyoko seizes.
Actually, that's their own tagline,
Ghana's favorite newspaper. Iyoko seizes Wuntumi's 15 luxury cars. Up to 15. He has a Rolls Royce, actually.
I see.
Yeah. There's a picture of him with one of the seized vehicles. It's a white Rolls Royce. And that's been seized by Iyoko.
Let's see this. Is this on the front page?
Yeah, that's on the front page. So you see it.
Oh, nice.
You see it there. That's a picture of him. And then I think it's the cameras for those of us who are watching. That's ultimately the white Rolls Royce. Beautiful.
That's him there. I see.
I think he was interviewed by one of our online bloggers and that's a picture that's available there. I will get into I'll get into the details because I want to know. Because he's under investigations there as well.
That's right.
And so, fuel station owner cries foul over Total Energy standoff. Claims of NLA 3 billion cedis giveaway false. Chamber of Indigenous Businesses. The other one saying this. Justice Kolendi Japa dragged to CID. Boachie Jaku declares NPP chairmanship bid, and Daily Guide resumes publication on Saturdays. And so the story on Iyoko season Wuntumi's 15 luxury cars is on page 3. It's by Prince Fifi York. Says the Economic and Organized Crime Office has impounded close to 15 luxury vehicles belonging to the Ashanti Regional Chairman bedded in Chibuisiako. Wuntumi himself disclosed the development during an interview on Adom FM's Justin Sem, where he confirmed that the cars included high-end brands such as a Bentley and a Rolls-Royce. At the moment, Iyoko has taken close to 15 of my cars, but I've decided not to speak. The vehicles are in Iyoko's custody. I bought them from Bright Selby at Asylum down near the NPP office. I know that. That guy's cars are exquisite, top of the range actually.
So if you're looking for a luxury car, that's where you go.
Yeah, you find him. He's close to the NPP office actually. So he says he bought them from Bright Selby at Asylum.
Why did you add that part?
It's actually in the story.
Oh, okay, sure.
It's actually in the story.
Okay.
Yeah, so let me just be emphatic. The vehicle, I bought them from Bright Selby at Asylum down near the NPP office.
Oh, okay.
That's the story.
I thought maybe you've gone to inquire about a car or two yourself, so you were giving us the.
Oh, you may never know. Someone is wanting to cop
Happy
one
New
for
Month.
me. In that regard. So he says he registered them, paid the duties, and did everything. My Bentley, my Rolls Royce, and others are all there. Wuntumi said the impoundment follows earlier reports that the Microfinance and Small Loan Center Mastock had retrieved 3 vehicles alleged to be government property from his residence, and so his troubles are not ending. Yesterday we asked a question about what is happening to Pest, because his name has come up a lot of times.
That's right.
About allegations of illegal mining, and we were told that when the courts resume this month, and the expectation is that the court will resume next week, processes or charges will be filed formally against him and some other individuals who have been named to have taken part in destroying lands, forests.
This is all Akonta mining.
Yes.
Okay.
And so it doesn't look like the dark days are over just as yet for him, but we'll wait to see what really the intent is from the state going forward.
Now, this story is captured on page 3 of the Ghanaian Times. It's one that's on our agenda or on our radar this morning. A petition filed against Supreme Court judge, security operative in botched ambulance trial. I think you read a little bit about that, or was it captured on the front page?
It was captured on the front page of the Daily Guide newspaper.
Let's just give you a little snippet of what to expect once we delve deeper into the matter. Now, Mr. Daniel Mawuena, a Ghanaian citizen, has petitioned the Director General of the Criminal Investigations Department, CID, of the Ghana Police Service to investigate and prosecute 2 persons, including Justice Yoni Kulendi of the Supreme Court, for alleged obstruction of justice. The other person cited in the petition is Mr. Richard Jakpa, Director of Operations at the National Security Council, who is alleged to be a cousin of Justice Kulendi. The petition relates to the trial of the Republic versus Dr. Kasia Latoforsen and 2 others concerning the procurement of 200 ambulances between the government of Ghana and Holy See Limited. I think you all recall the saga of the ambulances, how it traveled, all the controversy that surrounded that case until it was, officially dropped. Now, according to Mr. Oforiata, from the first day the accused were arraigned before the High Court on January 18, 2023, Mr. Jakpa deployed the highly influential Justice of the Supreme Court, Yoni Kulendi, to obstruct the course of justice, with the ultimate aim of either securing the discontinuance of his prosecution by the then Attorney General, Mr. Godfred Yeboah-Dame, or obtaining an acquittal. Now, the petitioner contends that the alleged conduct of Justice Kulendi and Mr. Jakpa amounts to interference with legal proceedings. He has therefore urged the CID to investigate the matter and initiate prosecutions if necessary. I respectfully request you to conduct an investigation into the conduct of Justice Yoni Kulendi and his cousin Richard Jakpa to unravel all acts of criminality disclosed by their conduct and take such prosecutorial action as is consistent with the law, Mr. Ofori-Atta stated. He added that he was prepared to assist investigators with relevant documents, exhibits, and records of proceedings in the Republic versus Cassiel, Atoforsen, and 2 others trials. So that's the basis of this petition. And this private citizen, Mr. Daniel Ofori-Atta, says he will be assisting with any investigations thereafter, providing any evidence, and I'm sure we'll all be privy to what exactly the basis of this petition is.
Back on the front page of the Ghanaian, the Daily Guide, Boakye Jako has also declared his intent to get into the race for the chairmanship position of the NPP. He's a former Minister of Energy. He has declared his intention to contest the position of National Chairman of the opposition New Patriotic Party when nominations open. In a statement issued yesterday, Mr. Jako described his decision as a call to duty, emphasizing that it came after broad consultation with his family, close associates, and grassroots members of the party. I had consultations. There's a quote from him. According to him, these considerations had convinced him that it was his responsibility to step forward and lead the party at the national level. And so a lot more persons are throwing in the hat in terms of wanting to lead the NPP in some capacity or form. And I mean, it's interesting to see. I just want to wrap up on this story on page 6, where the Asantehene and the Vice President held closed-door talks in Kumasi. The Otumfuo was in the Ashanti regional capital to inspect a number of ongoing, or the Vice President rather, was in the Ashanti region to inspect a number of projects. After completing a tour of the site, she proceeded to Menchia, where she met the Asantehene for private discussions. Although the details of the meeting remains undisclosed, palace sources suggest that the talks likely centered on stalled development projects in Kumasi and other parts of the Ashanti region. The Asantehene, who has consistently championed the cause of development since ascending to the golden stool in 1999, is known to be deeply interested in ensuring that the region receives the necessary government attention.
Certainly, I know we've got a break coming up, but just before that, some good news, fellow Ghanaians. Cedi depreciation pace eases. Now, the pace of the Ghana cedi depreciation eased over the past 2 weeks, with both interbank and retail markets recording modest dips. Now, in the interbank market, the US dollar cedi pair closed the fortnight at some 12 cedis 40 pesos from 12 cedis 15 pesos, marking a 2.02% dip compared to 6.17% recorded 2 weeks earlier. Now, in the retail market, the cedi remained range-bound between some 13 cedis 40 pesos and 13 cedis 50 pesos against the US dollar, posting a 0.74% decline, and that is down from 6.72%. So some little flexing of the muscle there from the cedi, some ease in that depreciation, and maybe that will even turn around to some appreciation.
Hopefully it does, because we know that the intervention by the Bank of Ghana, was it the World Bank or the IMF? They had either one of them. Just finding it surprising that I can't recall exactly which one. They were raising concerns about the intervention, but we also know that gold prices on the world market have also slowed in terms of the rally, which helped us to bring down in terms of the depreciation and turn it into significant appreciation. That has slowed down as well, and so we can understand the justification. But the BOG governor says, watch out.
We should watch out for what?
That they have everything under control, and the city will not depreciate in like the levels we've seen in the past. We're not going to see that happen under his watch. And so as and when he believes there's a need, there'll be intervention somewhat, even while the economists speak to the fact that outside of the BOG's intervention, our fundamentals need to be worked on so that every time we will not be looking out for forex exchange coming in, and then
That's right.
foreign exchange coming in to be able to show up the city. But Helen, thank you very much helping us through the review as well this morning. We'll go for a quick break, and then when we return, we get into having you as well share your thoughts and opinions with us this morning. This is Sunrise here on 3FM 92.7.
This year is going to be sweet. I don't just feel it, I know it, because the Luckiest Season 3 is back.
And I'm about to show you how to grab your golden ticket. Just dial *712# and follow the prompts to purchase your ticket. Or go to theluckiestafrica.com, hit community tickets, and pick your lucky number.
Or let the system do its magic. Choose how much you want to spend from 1 to 5,000 Ghana cedis. You can even buy a ticket for someone else. Be someone's hero. Payment? Easy. Mobile money in Ghana or card if you're international.
One ticket can turn 1 CD into 500 times more. That's maths we love. Or your community could win 10 times more. So let's get lucky together. Because luck is everywhere.
Play responsibly. Not for persons under 18 years. This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform.
The best in the morning is on 92.7. Sunrise on 3FM. Sunrise on 3FM. The best in the morning.
7:28 here on 3FM 92.7. It's time for us. Time for us to hear your voice this morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mawuena and Sixtus.
Yes, sir. Good morning. Trust that you're well.
I'm doing good by His grace.
Fantastic. Let's hear from you just briefly, your name as well.
Thank you very much. My name is Ima.
Ima?
Calling from Amomole.
Ima Amomole, let's hear you.
Yes. There is a saying that a half loaf of bread is better than none. I applaud my own government and Sam George as well. But the 30% he trumpeted about the DSTV issue, Mawuena, when you pick 380 cedis and you strike it by 30%, you get 114 cedis. When you take 570 and strike it by 30%, you get 171 cedis. So our issue is about the quantum of money, the amount of money multi-choice was taking from us, but not to pay 180 or pay 570 and then migrate me or upgrade me to certain package of the bouquet. So me, I'm really disappointed because we were expecting the amount of money that DSTV is taking from us. That is what we were happy. We became excited. You get my point. So Sam George and the government should have stayed with the 30%, but not to maintain the prices and tell me that when you pay the old price, you'll be migrated to a certain level of the bouquet or package. No, I'm really disappointed. I don't know if you are following my argument or explanation. You get my point? Yeah, because the 30%, it will reduce the amount significantly.
But he says you can downgrade. So if you are paying 570, you can go and pay 380 and you get the same in terms of what you're paying for 570.
I understood that, but I'm saying that from what they have brought now, it's not up to the same as Sam George was saying about the 30%. Though they've reduced it, but not up to the 30%. I don't know if you are following my point. When you take a year, you get my point. So you were expecting the money, the amount of money, to be equal with the 30% he was talking about.
All right. Right.
Yeah.
I appreciate you sharing your thoughts with us this morning as well. Ima from Amomole. Hello, good morning. Does appear we may have lost him on the telephone lines. (055-924-2717). Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mawuena.
Yes, sir. Your name and where you're calling us from, please, and I trust that you're well.
This is Kweku from Nungwa.
Kweku from Nungwa. Let's hear you.
Happy New Month to you.
Thank you very much, brother.
Please, is your friend in Honorable Ken for Reata?
No. At the last time I checked, the Office of the Special Prosecutor provided updates and said they are working with the Attorney General's office to have him brought back into the jurisdiction.
So the letters the wife and all those spokespersons were giving us, were they false or were they sincere to be the people of Ghana?
Who was being sincere?
We were told you come after the surgery. How many months now after the surgery? The wife released a letter. His lawyers were also releasing letters. If Baumia has won, would he have stayed outside the country for long like that? We are not stupid people in Ghana. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Kweku from Nungwa. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, sir. Your name and where you're calling us from, and I trust that you're well.
My only newscaster in the world, Dr. This is your brother Anan Sapperman.
Anan in Sapperman, thank you very much for calling. Let's hear from you as well.
But this morning, let me greet my senior boss, Johnny Hughes, and then Madam Ellen and the whole team. Also, good news too. My brother, this morning, the issues are many. We will say some and leave some. For the DSTV one, for me, I think it's good. People are calculating from the percentage that St. George mentioned. But we should have that there's a package that was 570 or so. Now, when you pay 300 plus, you can watch that particular channels. So when you even calculate, those who pay, we understood it. That is okay for us now. Although we need more, but it's okay than before.
Have you paid?
No, for particular this week I haven't subscribed.
You're yet to subscribe. All right.
Yes. And brother, our free SHS, there is some enough rumors on the town that I called my what didn't get school or my what get do school. I want to change. And when you call here, I have somebody who yesterday told me that he child got school at Asamankese, they say St. Michael or whatever, and he said he don't want that school. And he decided to go for another school in Accra. Yesterday he came my place and said he called somebody gave him information at Timota. He called and they said 115,000. So that 115,000, who is taking that money? There is enough evidence national security should hold it so that people will account for their wrongdoing. But it's not supposed to be.
How are you also helping in the situation? Because once you've got the info, you should be telling the state so that...
my end. And then I explained everything, give him, and I asked him, when your ward was choosing the school, that school, didn't he choose it? He said he did. And I said, then it's you who choose that school, so don't blame anyone. He said, my bani there, let me so be useless. And I'm saying, what school? What is excuse me to use this word. Omoka say it's full who pass exams. One says because it's an exam that you are going to do and you don't know what may happen. And one opportunity say choose schools this normal so that when we are you fall on this. Now we could choose school. We will ever catch them the first two no and now we are serious on it. So that one which you see per second, and then there's one other school. And I will be now we're being 19 and you're not got to start school. So now you are telling and say, suspect and say only self. So you have caused your that. So I've educated him and now he said he's understood it. And truthfully he went to the GS there and he got the same explanation. And the Bible says, how can you? And I'm saying, Sanet here, and you pass, I won't pay well, and they're trying next and now banana days. But we also suggest, for GS and for opportunity to be Mr. Sakola and power this way now. He will not sit down till next year. There's opportunity, say, end of their key. They should bring something like that so that Akola when can instant within 3-4 months, the child can go and race it again.
Right.
Thank you, my brother.
Anan in Sapperman, thank you as well for sharing your thoughts. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mawuena Becca.
Yes, sir. I trust that you're well.
Yes, I'm fine. I'm Lincoln.
Oh, Mr. Lincoln, good to have you join us again. Just share your thoughts with us briefly as well this morning.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you so much. My regards to Professor Kosienim this morning, the security expert, and Emmanuel Bombande, and the rest. For some time now, I think there is calm in the northern region where the conflict has taken place. And information I'm getting is that the people, those who moved to the neighboring countries, are gradually coming back. I will commend the security agencies across the country, the military, the police, the IGP for the good job done, and also appeal to the two people in the northern region to smoke the peace pipe. Government have been spending money on conflicts in this country, and those monies can be used to, develop the area. Let me also continue to appeal to all the MCs and DCs at the Galamsey-prone areas to also make sure they come together so that we fight the Galamsey, that we are all expecting that there will be some control over it. I understand the President is meeting CSOs on Friday to take additional measures to make sure we get clean water for our household and industrial needs. Thank you so much.
Thank you as well for calling, Mr. Lincoln. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, my brother.
Your name and where you're calling us from, please, and I trust that you're well.
Very great. My name is Bright. I'm calling from Abusukan.
Bright in Abusukan. Thank you very much for calling. Let's hear from you, please.
Mami used to this opportunity. Namincha Honorable Alaji Akondo at the castle, and Alaji Rahu, and Honorable Karit Makafi, and Nepeku TV. Mami Bo Excellency John Dramani Mahama Basu Papa. We share in animal more prison. You feed you more 1 city 80 pesos. And I'm saying, Excellency John Dramani Mahama, aging prisoners for Unti. Every somebody I call 5 city. A bona basu papa. Any education minister. We share pressure now. A war. A school colony. We share pressure now. Bafonka Friday. Ama. I will follow. Into the education minister or boy Jumapa. I say to me bona basu because and now me no say maybe I chum the call secondary school who share prospectus are ye chomo mutin that your money na it me abafom and they are Excellency John Dramani Mahama a boy mine in here for pabo entire Excellency John Dramani Mahama now moko so nyi Jumapa and from boy man no money to inform me that.
Thank you as well for calling Bright at Abusukan. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, sir. Your name and where you're calling us from, please.
Please, my name is Ajano from
Ajano Drome Kwabenya. I hope all is well with you.
Yes, please. We are doing well. We are keeping
fantastic.
Better and good administration.
Let's hear from you quickly.
Thank you very much. The work we are doing from Madagana. It is to manage the place, deputy in charge of operations and election director, deputy and chairman. So, please, I am not agree or I'm finding it difficult to understand how we are not able to solve this senior high school replacement, and every year there is a problem. You see, since from President Kufuor's time when they implement this first choice, second choice, it's a creating problem. So I said, if they don't want to hear the excuses, thank you.
Thank you very much, Ajana calling us from Drome. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, sir. Your name and where you're calling us from, please?
I'm Frank Naru, Drome Mayo.
Frank, I hope all is well with you as well. Back-to-back Drome calls. Talk to us.
Yo, I'm not quite here.
Thank you.
I'm a communication officer. Justice and college. I know. I'm saying this 24. Papa, you are financial baby. If you want to share opposition, you are not going to be my issue. Or don't have why 8 years in opposition. In the Papa, you have to have a manapino. Would you so the boom? How much am I do? Baby, Shania on time. Finia, my district, I don't know you, Mr. Papa. And a 5 woman news paper and smoking kind of. Mama, when you had the papa. Finia Barry Bobby, the Bank of Ghana governor. SCD, no. Ever costro, Petina, Nana pencil. But near just have no kind of papa. You see, business, money, and you don't have a costro pet, not your how a man. What another player so. Then say, and this about power. A buyer, but do 10 city, man, down. And my mom for my baswa. In the years, there was no cacre. After the same photo. And a fair kind, and never know because a woman news of Mogan kind. A just as swap versus when something presenter. See the Nasa, Badola, Nasa, Bafo. Yet the Montpaniasi, yet the Sabita Fiasi, yet the Bank of Ghana government Nasi. Omungo Swanya do met with not Tamfo, I name Mukwai because a Tamfo, you know, the call. After John Mahamani and this downfall. They say what just here. Meaning, I do that. And I say, Japa, or not to do your father so. On fast was a damn former Attorney General. Or did not walk out to when you know now so. Not baby, I'm ready to be almost one so nothing. And you fear the crowd on what that. Two will be not so much to go, Yano Biamati. Then I could transfer to be Yanasa. And so you know now, of course.
Thank you very much, Frank Naro. Also calling us from Domi Kwabenya. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, sir. Your name and where you're calling us from, and I trust that you're well.
My name is Anam. I'm calling from Ayinson constituency in the Suboy side.
Nana Amwaku. I hope all the people at Suboy are well.
We are good by the grace of God. And you?
By God's grace, I'm also well. Nana, let's hear you.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity to talk on your show. Abenikasi, kakra oman gana mu awo. Ebi bia aye amansem ama oman no ebre. Meka metiemu sen school placement and school selection. And this about the politics or position. And then you school placement. I want you to know how I will for come. And this is the Ghana force amopa. That the what's happening. Every home. I had the baby. You look at the entire south in some of my and then get a car. Near the Obiako, not for the or day street, oh, not for reading. Near the Obiako Kiko, so day street, oh, not our sister region. Up then, I said double tax a yard. A tiny aunt to said double tax uncle, not going to at the uncle school. Because I hear that I will from our school president. In fact, a bro again and Yasso. Yet Ghana, I'm an Galamsey. I what is Dama? So we're good for them. I did not want to hear or what yet Galamsey any government could do Tony and Sanse say. And before say you look for the good amount for you, or ye amount for the next one. And next year at the rate in Suna Sayafa. There's not a community, no. I have 14,000. And then I next 1,000. And then Ghana water, I shall to matches down. Oh, Kunyaku, I'm a moon in Zoom. If in the year of enemy, you may say I'm paying for them. Your money show me that I'm on kind of question. I'm going to be a my Ghana because your claims to Baha, Vinya Bema. Open it, and if I don't say anything, you scapato and swat annum. And if I don't say, you have a Ghana, I'm a so you know, I say, I'm not a claims of Ghana Hana. That thing's going to minus of war, we're pay for the war. Yes, so I'm in the new school. I'm more my Ghana. No one yet said all purpose and Kubiano. You be a player when you're so much for the year, so much for the other player, 1 and 7. Who yes cannot go Sahoyalia and for some bank and Albania. And they are seeing a galam 44 million in the guy rooms in D&D because of both modern key. Young and start and say, no one can so no. And you pay a boo, you put a mining on. You have a money, I have a man dashing, and then you put a munipad and a unipan one. I want to say, the best play and pay for the Domination. The one, yes, now, yes, bro. You know, you got to put you for now, boom, rubber. Yes, bro, the uncle for name them because instead of major, oh, Galam, say, site, you know, maybe river what they are for us, and the no go area, never for more, but you're for higher, never for your Air Force for her. You're just going to know, you did your time in your paying Yamin.
Thank you very much, Nana Mako, as well, for calling. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mawuena.
Yes, sir. Name and where you're calling us from, please.
Abolo, you can call me Mr.
Common sense. Abolo, let's hear you quickly.
Let me say a good morning to in charge of operation, Alaji Yakudu South Castle, and your good brother, Courage McAfee Nekbeko, MD of TDC. I believe in Novota region we are receiving our share, and we will be having affordable houses, 1,000-unit affordable houses inside the home. Let me salute him. Lawyer Zuma inside Ghana Port. Mawuena, I'm happy about the news about what Bank of Ghana MD is saying, and we urge him to do more. We know the appointees
are ready to support His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. So we pray that they do the needful. Mawuena, honestly, placement. Some of us, when the education minister reversed the was to choose the schools before writing the BEC, some of us have problem with that. And we talk that this will bring a problem, and we foresee it. Because it's good for them to write, to see their capacity before select the school. But this time we reverse that. From last week and this week, I've been at the placement center. But when some of the placement does not make sense, you cannot tell me that someone who got aggregate 6, choosing Achimota as his first choice, want to go and general art, and you did not give the person that first choice and giving the person the second choice, that means you have done something. If raw score, whatever. You cannot tell me that Achimota is not ruling someone who has 7 or 8 or 9 as a general science, general art student over there. Some of the replacement, someone will get like 15, then they'll be giving the person 4th choice. So I don't know if some of the placement is a sabotage for people to talk about. People should not be in their homes to be talking that placement. Come to the center and look at some of the cases. It doesn't make sense. And about Galamsey, I know His Excellency have called some of the CEOs and some of the chiefs. We want, as the Minister of Land said, some of the Galamsey sites should be declared as security zones, so that if you don't have anything doing there, you should not dare there. Some of the farms land, how can you give somebody a prospectus to go and mine, and including farms that have this fruit and things on it? It doesn't make sense. So we should look at, when we are giving prospectus to people to go and mine, we should just go to the site, don't just give farm to people to go and mine. They have a good morning, my brother.
Thank you, Ullo, for calling as well. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Trust that you're well. Your name and where you're calling us from, please.
Yeah, I'm Paul. I'm calling from Amrahia.
Paul and Amrahia, let's hear you.
Yeah, I just want to say good morning to your crew. My church is on Galamsey issue. Yes, the president is meeting some institutions on Friday to discuss about this Galamsey thing.
Yeah.
I don't know the list, but I don't know if National House of Chiefs is in the list.
Per the list I've seen, I do not think the National House of Chiefs is a part of it, but let me just quickly confirm for you whilst you make your submission.
All right, I'm just trying to say that National House of Chiefs should be included because they are very, very important in this fight against Galamsey. You know, the chiefs are in some parts of Ghana, the chiefs hold the land, and the chiefs are the ones who front these kingpins to go, you know, give them this, concessions for it. As we speak, back in the north side, there are some areas where people are still trying to, spearhead different, front-end companies to go and solicit permission to do Galamsey, and it's very bad. And one thing to have seen about Galamsey is that if they go to arrest the people, why don't they use the excavator to reclaim the land? Just cover it entirely before it's in this way. I think that one will also help. So I'm just stating that if the House of Chiefs is not included, they should include House of Chiefs, regional research, and even this is because I heard sometime the president said NDC that gives permission for Galamsey in this area was punished. It should be taken seriously.
Right.
If the 3 people are involved, I'm sure we can forge ahead.
Paul, so there's no House of Chiefs. It's strictly CSOs and persons in the environment space that are meeting. I suspect there will be another meeting, but we cannot confirm that just as yet with the chiefs. But I appreciate you calling us this morning.
Thank you so much.
That's Paul and Amra here as well calling. You can do same 055-924-2717, 055-924-2717, also 055-691-0154. Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Mawuena, Egbeta. Yes. Eben from Kwabenya.
Eben, let's hear from you quickly as the sports team is here.
Thank you. Anyway, let me say good morning to Finance Minister Ato is forcing. He's really doing a yeoman job, and we say kudos to him. It's to continue because we want the dollar to appreciate more. Also, courage in the boss. We appreciate what he's doing to make sure there will be more buildings in environs, and also now he has gone to a voter region for them to also get their booty. God bless you. You see, my brother, you see, things are very expensive in this country too much. So we'll plead with Sam George. We were happy when he was doing this STV battle here and there. You know something? You see, we want the price to come down. Because, you know, these telcos, the same thing when we are talking about what? The bundles, I think, is too much, it's very costly. He went there and negotiated so that we'll still maintain the same prices, but we'll get more what? More bundles. But you realize the more bundle, they will give you the more bundle. By the time you open your eyes, bam, it's gone. Like papa attitude. So please, we are begging you. The countries around us, when you compare Ghana, Nigeria, you could see that no, they're paying less. South Africa, the same thing. So for me, I was coming from the angle that we just shut them down. What is the Ghana broadcasting? What is their duty? Gone are the days when Les Rollins was around. GTV was able to broadcast football everywhere. We're able to watch. Nowadays, GBC has become redundant. We don't see what they are doing.
Eben, are you paying your TV? Are you paying your TV license?
You actually gone are the days. Listen to me. Gone are the days we used to use Tikopo. Don't we pay TV licenses? So why can't government also, do it in a such a way that they will empower GTV so that all those that we are having TV will continue paying TV license so that GTV can even give us UPL and La Liga and everything that we want. Please, we have allowed these foreign companies to take advantage of us too much. We are paying too much. Look, the reason why I'm complaining, you see, when our brothers come from diaspora to Ghana, they find it difficult. See, there are some fruit juice in our mosque here in Nitting. In the UK, it is 80 pence and this thing. My brother came, we went to mall to buy something that he used to buy it 80 pence in UK. He came here, it is 39 Ghana city, 99 pesos. Almost 40 cities. So you get a pound now. Is it not 16 cities? And something that you are buying 80 pence in UK, you came to your own country and it is remaining 1 peso, it will be 40 cities. Is it not sad as a country? So we are pleading. Some judges are really doing a yeoman job. We are seeing what others didn't see, others didn't do when they were communication. But the thing is still too much. It's 50%. They should reduce it.
Right.
If they can, they should pack their things and go. GTV is there. Let's empower GTV. GTV can give us UPL, Spanish La Liga, and Bundesliga than things.
Eben, thank you. Thank you very much for calling us. Well, let me bring in some other callers just quickly. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, my brother.
Yes, sir. Trust that you're well.
Thank you so much, and happy new month to everybody. You know, this is my month. I'm 21st October.
Fantastic. Happy birthday.
So if I've already announced my birthday.
Yeah.
Kwame Nkrumah is only a month ahead of me. My brother, and today too, let's celebrate one living legend. She was part of those who drafted the 1992 Constitution, the framers of the Constitution. She's nobody than Madame Vera Caesar. She was a retired educationalist or teacher, and this was a woman whom I engaged last week, who told me how she mobilized women within the Adan enclaves. She used to bake bread. And Papa J, when he was alive with Nana Kunad, would visit her, pick some bread, and send to the 31st nursery centers around. She's still around, and how I wish one day you may get in touch and get an interview. In fact, she's a staunch Presbyterian, so for that matter, she's even a presbyter, meaning they own the church indirectly. And my brother, quick one. You see, about the prison, Sister Helen was saying 60%. Even that 60%, the contractor, the cook, the contractor addition is subtracted. So it is not on paper 60. Those days, on the days of Kufo, then ex-president Professor Mays increased it to 180. Now 530. You know, I've been an advocate for both prisoners and elite beneficiaries. So I'm quite happy. I praise the government of the day. He has done a yeoman's job. But it should not end there. You know, recently I described a palm nut soup to you from a prison. I'll not mention the prison name again. Palm nut soup in prison is water, pepper, and palm oil. That is palm nut soup in prison. I'm telling you. I've been visiting them. I even engage them. So let's adopt a particular cell. Let's adopt some few inmates. In fact, they are not called prisoners. They are called reformists or inmates. Let's go to them. Let's meet them. Some of them, we might even take off their thinking burden. Because most of them are still planning about double crime. But all the same, I salute the government of the day. Right. And I also salute and greet the Minister of Gender. She should know why I'm greeting her. It's the end of September. She must pay the leave. And this time it has been consistent. You should continue that way. Have a blessed morning.
Thank you very much for calling as well. Let me pick the final caller for the morning. Hello, good morning.
Name?
Yes, sir.
How are you, my brother?
I'm doing well. Trust that you are too.
Yeah. Very good person on the line.
Papa Bisu.
Yeah, Papa Bisu.
Yes,
when I
Papa
say name,
Bisu.
I'm Eric.
You are Eric as well. So yeah,
Yeah,
Papa
I'm Eric.
Bisu.
Yeah, that's why I normally say name.
Yeah.
My greetings to all the big ones that have been making your network so solid. Helen, Sixtus, Ullo, Johnny, and the rest of the team. The Almighty God protect them, bless you all. Now, I've been advocating for two things. One is the arrest and prosecution of Prophet Dami for some time now. And then the second one is that of former health minister under Nanado's regime, Honorable Kweku Agyeman-Menu. Now, for the, what do you call it, Prophet Dami, though we all went to this other college, but wrong is wrong. You know, trying to create problem for somebody that is innocent is very bad. So I'm happy that the case is being dealt with now. So the other one, I want to see them, because you cannot just give contract without parliamentary approval to someone. And when it happens that they have to pay him the money and things like that, they say judgment debt or whatever it is. And then they said, because it hasn't gone through parliament, this, that. You get what I'm trying to say? Similar thing that he repeated under Nanado's regime. He didn't learn his lesson in Kufuor's regime, and he was emboldened to do the same thing. As Sputnik V and then the Frontiers is the contract. He too has to be arrested. He has to be arrested and be prosecuted. So those listening to me, please and please, Yoko and the rest, get this man, Agyeman-Menu. Let's correct the wrong. God bless us all. Have a good day,
Thank you very much, Papa Bisu, as well, for calling. And Papa Bisu is our final caller for the morning, as Mutala Yakubu is here now with the very latest in the world of sports. Champions League from yesterday.
Yes, big nights. Liverpool, losing consecutive games. And it's not really a good time for them.
This is the first time they've lost consecutive games
and it's lost. They lost over the weekend to Crystal Palace,
and then they lost
with Galatasaray. It was always going to be difficult seeing Liverpool's lineup and not having Mohamed Salah in there because
he's injured.
It looks like they are best bets when it comes to goals. He wasn't